So what I love most about my husband is his heart. He has a big heart. He is very genuine. I love his selflessness, his compassion, and his strength. I admire those things about him. I've watched him grow into the man that he has become today, and I'm very proud of him. And those qualities inspire me to be better.
One of the main things that I like about my wife, and this is real, this is one of the emotional things that it kind of gets emotional for me. Just how genuine and pure that she is. You know, I never really met a person that has the heart that she has. You know, she's giving, and that was one of the connections we pretty much had, because that's how you might give my last to anybody.
He will.
And when I seen that she has the same type of mentality, it was just kind of like, wow, you know what I mean? And one thing I love about her, she's very genuine, she's very loving, and she has a great personality, and she's honest, but it's a good honesty though. It's not a bad honesty, it's actually a good honesty. And she's just very, you know, she's pure, man, all over, you know, and that's just the things that I love about her, you know, besides the beauty and all those things. And, you know, one of the things that I really picked up on early on is that she's comfortable, right, with not really doing too much. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to go out. She doesn't have to be at all the clubs, the parties. She's very comfortable with just, you know, we can sit back at home, man, we can watch a movie. You know, we good with that. We're comfortable. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I love about her. She's very genuine, loving, and she's you know, she's an honest person, but it's a good honesty though. She won't tell me anything that's gonna hurt me. She would tell me things that I need to work on, and that's one of the things that I just love about her.
Question from Jessica. What would be your best advice for teenagers and college students as far as the relationship goes? My best advice for teenagers. Okay, the first thing I would say is don't rush anything. You are young. You have your whole life ahead of you. You don't want to rush into anything and jump into a relationship that you're not mentally prepared for.
Right.
My advice, with like what we have been saying throughout this whole interview, don't allow anybody to change who you are as a person. Right. Now, if they're changing you for the better and it's about growth, spiritual growth, right, just growth overall, you know, that's good. But if they're changing your character, it's going to rip the pieces apart of you, and you're not going to feel whole, and you're not going to feel at peace. So don't let anyone change you for who you are. Stay true to yourself. Know when you come into a relationship, what are your morals, what are your boundaries, and what are the qualities that you are seeking in your partner. Right. You know, hold that dear to your heart.
Question from Marcus. If you could have given your 17-year-old self advice about love and relationships, what would it be? Oh man, this is something that's important. The advice I would give my 17-year-old self is to trust. You know, I think that we be in prior relationships and there be heartbreaks, there be things, toxic things that go on, and you kind of bring that on to another relationship. So I believe that trust is one of the main things that advice I would give myself. Another thing is, honestly, is have morals. You know what I mean? Have morals and respect for your significant other. That's one of the important things in a relationship, because without that, a relationship would lead to destruction. So I think the most important things: have respect, have love, and have morals. I think that's another thing. And another thing is just trusting, man. You know, trusting is a hard thing to do when you've been hurt. So I believe, like, when somebody proves their worth to you, you have to be able to trust that person. So I think that's the advice I would give myself, my 17-year-old self.
Family life is everything I ever imagined it would be. just spending quality time with my daughter, bonding as a family. You know, it's you can't describe it. It's just a deep love, a love that you never encountered when you finally have your child. That little girl is my world. It's such a blessing to be able to teach her and see her learn. My daughter gives me motivation to succeed, and I just want to make her proud. Knowing that there is not another man on earth who will love her more than her father brings me so much joy and comfort. Having a daughter together brought my husband and I closer. I couldn't have asked for a better partner to help raise my daughter. He's been there since day one, changing diapers and fixing bottles. I'm just so thankful for my family, and I love to see my husband. I love to see him bond with her, just to see that bond, that father-daughter relationship. I mean, it's everything I could have hoped for. I love having a family.
Like she said, man, family is so important. And I think that I was able to grow as a man when my daughter came around, because it's like, okay, I'm living for something now. You know what I mean? And it just gave me more of that drive, more purpose, you know, just to have a daughter in this world and to be able to have a family, you know, it's just very important, man. So I'm just happy that we was able to be able to have a family together, and I was able to have a family with the woman that I love. And it's just a joy, man, you know, to see him grow each and every day, and it's just a strong love.
It is a joy just to see her grow. It is a joy.
Yeah. Important. Well, the reason why I asked my wife to marry me was because I just noticed that whenever I'm with her, it's my peaceful state. You know, I don't think that it got to a point where I was like, I can't live without her. You know, this is my best friend. This is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is the person I want to grow old with. This is the person that I trust the most. This is the person that I know would bend over backwards for me, vice versa. So when I started noticing these things, and it started coming early, because at one point,
5 months in.
5 months in, I'm like, I never met a person this sincere. So when I started noticing these things, man, it became to a point where I just knew I couldn't live without her. You know, and she would always constantly check on me. She cared about me a lot, because there were things that I went through, and she was there when nobody else wasn't. So when I seen that, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my wife. I don't want any other woman. No other woman could do these things and make me feel the way that I feel. And that's why I decided to make her my wife.
And of course, I said yes, because, you know, he was the man of my dreams. Let me just say this. Before I met him, I took out a piece of paper out of my journal, and it was about this big, and I filled that paper up all the way up. I didn't even stay in the lines. I filled it all the way up and turned it over and filled it back up. When I tell you he was everything on that list, he was everything on that list. And so it was a yes for me. He was everything I ever wanted. He made me feel safe, protected, secure. Right. And when I was with him, I'm about to start tearing up. When I was with him, I'm just so happy. I'm genuinely the happiest I've ever been in my life. I can't imagine my life without him. And I had to say yes. I had to spend the rest of my life with this man. I knew he was the one for me. He is my soulmate.
Woo, y'all. Okay, but y'all hear my voice again now. It's in Kyra Henderson here, interpreter of African American history and culture, motivational and spiritual speaker. Now, y'all got to give a shout out to y'all marriage, y'all, because these ain't no newlyweds right here. Tell me how long y'all been married.
4 years.
4 years. 4 years in.
But we've been together for 7 years.
Been together for 7.
Yes. All right. That's beautiful, y'all.
Well, my final thoughts to the fellas, man, is that when you find true love, and you find somebody sincere and somebody genuine and that has your back and with you through thick and thin, do not push that person away. You know, no matter your prior relationships, do not push that person away, because that can be your wife one day. So fellas, remember that whenever you have somebody that's genuine and loving, who has your best interest at heart, do not push them away. I see it a lot with a lot of young guys. You know, and it's okay to be with somebody that's different. You know, I think that we grow up in environments and we tend to think, okay, I gotta have me a person that did the same things that I do. It's okay to have somebody different, you know, who look at life from a different perspective. And I think that's one of the, that's my final thoughts to you guys.
And my final thoughts to the ladies, here's a tip. Find a man who respects you like his mother, protects you like his daughter, and loves you like his wife. That's what you need. You know, just be patient, and when you do enter that relationship, hold on to your qualities and to your morals. And once you find that, you will see that this person is genuinely for you. This person is sincere and genuinely for you. And when you fall in love, just, you know, go on that ride. Go on that ride for love. Fight for love. Don't give up. Do not give up.
Do not give up at all. Yep. True love, man. We are a walking testimony. We've been married for 4 years. Been through thick and thin.
We've been through thick and thin. He has seen me at my absolute worst.
And I never ran away.
And he stayed there.
Stayed with it.
He fought for me.
And that's what a man does, fellas. And I think that's important. Love is all about being there. You know, showing that you care, showing that you love that person. And I'm always love you.
And that shows your strength.
Love God.
Love yourself.
And love each other.
Love you.
Love you too.
Well, there you have it, folks. Love, faith, marriage, all the things it takes to have real relationship, and knowing what it takes to make relationship goals your reality. Remember that God is the key and the center to everything. I can't say this enough. You just heard another beautiful couple talk about all of the things that it takes to make relationship goals your reality. I hope that you all have heard the tools that are necessary to continue having faith in God, having faith in yourself, and having faith in real relationships. Again, it's been your girl Kyra Henderson here. You all know what I say, and I say it best every single time. Remember to stay up, to stay blessed, and to stay black.